All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking something that's honestly a real game changer for anyone in IT ops, database management, or cloud architecture. We are talking about Oracle's brand new LoganAI and how it is fundamentally changing the way we look at log analysis.
So I want you to ask yourself, how much time do you actually spend manually parsing logs when everything is on fire? We've all felt that pain, right? It's 3 a.m., there's a massive incident, the clock is ticking, and you are just wading through thousands of lines of unstructured JSON trying to tie database traces back to some random connectivity issue. It is incredibly tedious.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet LoganAI. Then we'll see its features in action. Next, we'll cover the architecture and setup, and finally, we'll wrap up with the practical takeaways.
Okay, Section 1. Let's meet LoganAI and dive into these AI-driven insights. So what exactly is it? Simply put, LoganAI is a powerful new artificial intelligence capability baked right into Oracle Log Analytics. It's designed to interpret, summarize, and enhance your log data automatically, meaning absolutely zero manual parsing required on your end. It basically acts as an intelligent, built-in assistant specifically for handling massive volumes of application and infrastructure logs.
The whole system is built on 4 core capabilities. First up, AI-powered summaries that let you grasp complex log clusters and charts instantly. Second, context-aware follow-ups, so you can intuitively explore data using AI-suggested next questions. Third, rapid root cause detection to quickly spotlight anomalies. And fourth, simplified explanations that turn deeply technical patterns into clear narratives. It totally shifts your workflow from hunting for clues in the dark to just analyzing the AI's direct findings.
Moving right along to Section 2, let's see these features in action.
For our first scenario, let's imagine a single Fusion Apps ESS audit log record. Normally, this is a super dense, completely unreadable block of raw JSON data. You know exactly the kind. The stuff you usually have to copy and paste into a formatter just to even begin deciphering what happened.
But with a single click, LoganAI instantly extracts all the critical info. It identifies the event type, assigns a category, flags the target user, and pinpoints the exact timestamp. You don't have to squint at JSON anymore. Your team can immediately start tracking security events and account switches because the AI just handled all the complexity for you. Now, what happens when we scale that up? Think about manual review, wading through thousands of those dense records to find one failure, versus LoganAI's Cluster Explain feature. If we scale up to, say, 9,500 OCI audit log records, the contrast between those two approaches is honestly staggering. Cluster Explain trends through all 9,500 of those records in a flash, and right away, it surfaces an unusually high frequency of a specific failure, like list enrollment status has failed. Plus, it automatically correlates that anomaly with other related security events. It takes a complete flood of raw data and turns it into prioritized insights, effortlessly spotting that one needle in the haystack.
Okay, let's jump to Scenario 3, database trace logs. Here, LoganAI analyzed over 1,300 database trace records, specifically hunting for deep operational patterns. And the important part isn't just that it read the logs, it's what it actually uncovered. It spotted memory management activities like packet and chunk deallocations. It highlighted RM lockup conversion functions, flagged error code 604, and even identified repeated reconnect to box failures. For a database engineer, those specific extracted insights immediately point you toward underlying connectivity issues. It is a massive shortcut to a diagnosis.
Finally, Scenario 4. Let's talk about link visualizations and the Chart Explain feature. How does this system handle complex visual data at scale?
Well, the scale here is literally mind-blowing. The Chart Explain feature analyzed over 30 million log records and 470 generated groups. By looking at all those bubbles and trends, it automatically flagged Group 26, which were OCI VCN flow logs, due to its unusually large size. It also highlighted frequently appearing Fusion Apps audit logs. It is doing real-time anomaly detection at a scale a human simply couldn't touch.
All right, Section 3. Let's dig into the architecture and setup.
Now, if you're in cloud operations, security and privacy are absolutely critical. Here is the best part. LoganAI runs completely within your own OCI tenancy. It leverages OCI generative AI services locally, meaning zero log data ever gets sent to an external, third-party backend. It can also seamlessly blend metrics using OCI monitoring and object storage, so the data analysis happens where your data already lives. And as for getting it running, it is literally 4 easy steps. Subscribe your tenancy to the OCI Generative AI region, configure your policies in Log Analytics Admin, open Log Explorer, and simply click the LoganAI icon. It's incredibly straightforward, meaning you can start leveraging those AI prompts almost instantly.
When it comes to cost, the documentation sums it up perfectly right here. The cost of using LoganAI is directly tied to your OCI Generative AI Services usage. It operates on a pay-for-usage model, so every time you run an explain action, it consumes resources based on the data volume, complexity, and whatever follow-up questions you ask. That's just billed in addition to your standard log analytics costs.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 4, Practical Takeaways.
Let's summarize the real-world value here for your daily ops. The biggest takeaway? It drastically accelerates your mean time to resolution. You are eliminating the pain of manual JSON and audit log parsing. You're instantly correlating obscure errors to their root causes, and you're keeping all of that data totally private. By letting the AI do the heavy lifting of spotting anomalies, you get your systems back to green way faster.
So I want to leave you with one final thought. Are you ready to let AI tell the story behind your logs? The next time a critical alert fires off and wakes you up, are you going to spend hours digging through endless JSON in the dark? Or will you let LoganAI simply hand you the answer? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this helps you troubleshoot faster.